Hey Aaliyah! How are you doing? Your mom was telling me you were watching me on YouTube and that I haven't published anything recently. So I am actually gonna do something today, and I was like, well, why not bring Aaliyah along for the ride? And I guess everyone else on YouTube. But today I am working on my Xterra. I took off the plastic bumper and I'm gonna be installing a steel bumper. So I bought a kit online, and it is one of those kits that you gotta weld together. So yeah, today's gonna be an interesting day. It already is 1:30 p.m. So I'm not sure how much I'll be able to get done today, but let's just get started and see how much we can finish. I do have homework today, so I do have to go catch up on that as well. But yeah, with that, let's get to it. All right, so I got the bumper off of the Xterra. Now I need to be installing or actually fabricating the bumper mounts. So I basically have that right here in front of me. This is where the bumper will get welded onto the top piece here, and then this is the plate that gets installed with 4 bolts onto the bumper of the Xterra. So I gotta start fabricating this. Again, this is really step one. I've already kind of grinded the corners down so I can get a little bit better area to put down some rod. But I don't have my MIG welder. I sold that a few months ago, so don't have my MIG welder. I don't have gas for my TIG, so I will have to stick with stick or arc welding. So I will actually be using my DC arc welder, and I will be using 6013 rod since this is very clean metal. Again, I've already grinded down the corners, but 1613 rod, electrode negative to start off with, and if I do need more penetration, I'll switch over to electrode positive and see how that welds. But this is some pretty thick metal. But yeah, with that, I'm gonna put the tripod down and just create a few measurements here, make sure that this is positioned right, and then start laying down some bead. But yeah, this DC welder, I haven't switched over to my longer leads yet, quick connect, so I'm stuck with a connection that's only, I don't know, 5 feet long. So if I can't use this welder, I'll switch over to the Tombstone, the bigger AC welder, and yeah, I'll be able to run it out all the way to the Xterra. Yeah, with that, let me get quiet and let's start laying down some bead. First bead of the day. So it looks like we got some good, we're able to lay down a good amount of bead there, which is good. Again, my issue is hopefully we get enough penetration with that rod. Again, it is 6013, so it's less penetration, does lay a good amount since we are going electrode negative. It's also putting down a lot of rod, but hopefully it's penetrating good enough. We'll start whacking it in a little bit just to make sure that it holds up. But there's going to be a bead on both sides of this angle. Should be pretty heavy duty. I mean, this metal is pretty thick, so there's no way I'm going to be burning through it. But yeah, let's continue welding this. I'm going to go through both of these, mount it onto the SUV, make sure that it has enough clearance with bolts. But it looks like it will, just to double check. If not, of course, you got to go and torch it off and start all over. Yeah. All right. This thing isn't going anywhere. All right, so we got the left mount completed. I'm gonna switch over to the right one. Battery on this guy's dying, so I'm gonna go inside, swap it out, but I'll be back after this guy's welded together. See you guys. Hey everyone! So an update. So I did get the those mounts installed onto the SUV already. And then now I am trying to, well, at least I took probably about a good hour to be able to center the bumper onto the SUV. But it is perfect. I mean, at least to the 1/16th of an inch. It is dead center. But yeah, that took quite a bit of time, but now it's centered. I also had to find a way to support it. Obviously, because I'm by myself and it needs to be obviously level. But yeah, it's on there. Yeah, and I will need to switch over to the AC tombstone welder since the leads for the DC welder aren't long enough. I have been wanting to convert these longer leads to be able to use on that the DC welder, but haven't gone to that yet. I did buy some couplers, but I was gonna weld them, then found out that those connectors or couplers that I was about to make are made out of brass, so would need the TIG welder, which again I don't have gas for it. So nonetheless, I am gonna start welding. I'll put the tripod down and let's get to it. Hopefully we can get this welded on and the wings on before it gets dark. It is starting to get darker earlier. I think it's 4 o'clock right now, so I got maybe about 2 hours of sunlight before it's time to pack up. But yeah, with that, let me put the tripod down. Let's get to it. Whew, I am tired. So we got the center and the wings tacked in place. Took quite a bit of effort since I'm doing this by myself. But you see I don't have this mounted yet, but kind of just put that in there for reference. How does that look? This is looking really nice so far. Yeah, I'm gonna tack everything in place and then I'll pull it off and then I'll put it on the bench and weld it all together, grind it down, of course. And then I'm still debating if this is gonna get like a rhino liner, a bed liner, or if I will just paint it. Let's see how much more we can get done. But yeah, this is basically how it's gonna be looking. Of course, it's gonna have the bolt guard on there if I decide to put it on. I'm still kind of debating. It might be overkill for this. But you could always use it for towing yourself out too, right? To wrap yourself, somebody could wrap their winch or whatever around your bull guard and hopefully it doesn't rip off. So make sure it's on there real good. But yeah, with that, we'll keep going. Let me show you guys a little just close up of what we got. So I was able to put these side pieces on. I don't like how it required me, I'm not sure if you guys can see that, it required me to pull this inwards. I would have liked it to be, you know, straight vertical. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but it did, you know, to be able to close it, I had to pull it in. There's a bunch of tacks all over the place. But yeah, it was actually pretty easy to put together, to be honest. I am gonna probably just close everything down, close the shop, get everything set up, go play with the dogs for a bit, and I'll try and post this very soon so Aaliyah can see me on some YouTube. But yeah, with that, I also got my COVID test today. I'm gonna be flying out Monday. I had to get a rapid test, so I was allowed to fly. But yeah, I won't be able to work on the Xterra all week. I do have homework I got to do, so I'll probably work on that tonight and then tomorrow. But yeah, with that, I will see you guys later. Hope everyone is staying healthy and doing well. See ya.